it.
Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Because many of us fumble what God gives us because we didn't think it was valuable. You became too familiar with the way that it came. And God said the word of the year is simple this year. But if you don't find it valuable, you'll fumble it again. Because many of us fumble what God gives us because we didn't think it was valuable. You became too familiar with the way that it came. And God said the word of the year is simple this year. But if you don't find it valuable, you'll fumble it again.
Oh, Lord. Hey, the voice of reason. You know what it is. You know what time it is. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. The most interesting relationship topics in the world. Here. Right here. On KBLA Talk 1580. You can't hear it anywhere else but here. Now, you know, when I hear, so I get triggered by the video clips. Who was that, Andy? Do you know? I get triggered when I hear that kind of stuff because language is our pimp. We think we know what we're saying. We think we have an understanding of what we're trying to articulate. But really, we have no idea of how to use language. So when I put my shows together, even when I write my books, I write the books using Alfred Korzybski's General Semantics E-prime. E-prime is English without is or are or to be. And the reason why that's taken out is because those words actually create logical abstractions. Like, you can't definitively say what God is thinking. Right? Yeah, if we just deconstruct what the guy just said about fumbling something that God gave you, and if you don't understand the value of it, like, just think about it. Like, first off, we can't think or speak or articulate for God. We just can't. It's impossible. It's impossible for us to comprehend. Okay? Just is. Sorry. And people might argue with me over it, and it's fine. Divine revelation, all that, right? God speaks to me, all of that. I get it. And I'm not here to disrespect anybody's belief. I'm just simply saying God's intellect, wisdom, knowledge, omnipresence, omniscience is so beyond infinite. Our little puny brains could not comprehend that, right? That wisdom. So, this leads us to tonight's topic. Another deep one. Another haymaker. Even Jill Monroe, my girl. Jill is like, nah, Zoe. Because she always asks me what my topic is. She was like, nah, Zoe. And what I'm simply saying in tonight's episode, it's impossible to fumble something that was meant for you. Unveiling the myth of fumbling someone meant for you. Right? Is it a myth? Right? To fumble someone that was meant for you? This is about to be deep, unveiling the myth of fumbling the one and recoding every rupture as precision calibration for self-awareness. You mean to tell me even your failed relationships play a part in steps towards your individuation? I'm interested to know. What do you guys think? Right? Is there a love in this universe, in this galaxy, in this planet, on this planet, in this city, wherever you're listening from? Is there a person who is fine-tuned to love you? Very interesting stuff tonight. I want to know what you think. Can you fumble somebody? Have you fumbled somebody? Or do you think you fumbled them? Maybe you had to fumble them and lose the game in order to prepare yourself for the one you're with now. 1-800-920-1580. I want to know. Astrophysics whispers a radical intimacy. The cosmological constant fine-tunes expansion so the cosmos can birth stars, chemistry, and even consciousness. What if the same lawful precision governs every emergence? Then intimate relationships never arrive as accidents, they arrive as calibrations. What we label a misstep or a fumble functions like a feedback signal, right? An exquisitely timed nudge that tunes attention, boundaries, and devotion. Loss, therefore, can be reframed as information. Pain functions as an instructor. Endings marked completed. Experiments in the lab of becoming one's true self. There are no accidents in the universe if the universe is fine-tuned. So no one can be fumbled. The fumble was necessary. For what? To see how you would show up? To see how you would deal with it? To see how you would handle that type of adversity? A fine-tuned universe yields order from volatility. could a fine-tuned relationship do the same? If the true you is unknown to you, could you be considered to be out of order with yourself? And maybe an intimate relationship that you thought, that you framed as fumbling, put things in order for you by revealing aspects of yourself to yourself. Human bonds unfold within that universe, so they obey its logic of emergence. Therefore, no bond merely fails. Each bond transmits data, if integrated, right, raises internal coherence, self-coherence, psychologically, somatically in your body, as well as spiritually. Integration, not perfection, determines whether love matures into ontological intimacy, meeting as being, or regresses into reenactment. Many of you out here calling yo boo, this is a love story and love wins and all this kind of stuff. Many of us out here in a reenactment. Why are you in a reenactment? Because attachment styles are patterns. Each attachment style has its own wounded pattern. And when you have an insecure attachment style, you have a defense-oriented pattern. And you are attracted to things that protect the pattern, i.e. the reenactment. That's what a pattern is, a reenactment, a groove. I know you guys are not ready to hear it put that way. The great Krishnamurti, relationship operates as a mirror. The mirror doesn't wound, it reveals. Dr. David R. Hawkins, acceptance increases the calibration of consciousness. Resistance freezes learning. Pema Chodron, right? Lean towards the tender spot. Compassion metabolizes fear into clarity. David Deida, polarity without truth becomes theater. Ooh. Embodiment turns charge into devotion. Patrick Carnes, trauma bonds feel like gravity because dopamine and fear braid them together. Naming the braid breaks the spell. Babette Rothschild, your nervous system is the tuning fork. Regulate first, interpret second. Do you see? Attraction, on a cosmic level, not chaos, right? But claim. Attraction often tracks unhealed templates as much as resonance. Both carry a curriculum, a psycho-spiritual curriculum. Projection behaves like a telescope, magnifying exiled qualities in the other. Do you see? I'm asking you, can you fumble somebody that wasn't meant to be fumbled in a fine-tuned universe? I want to know what you think. Damn what I think. Right? Don't matter what I think. I want to know what you think. Do you know we're in a dual orbit of each other? Right? It's a dyad, right? Her and I, we're in a dual orbit, right? Healthy bonding balances closeness with freedom. Too much pull collapses autonomy. Too much drift erodes safety. Attachment styles sets default orbits. Trust grows as reliable micro repair accumulates. Listen, trust grows. That's heavy, right? as reliable micro repairs accumulate. Right? We fumble because we're insecure in many cases. Because we haven't started the individuation process, because we're still afraid to look within and take responsibility for the broken, unloved portions of ourselves. You can't be in love with a huge, unrequited portion of yourself living within you. Right? We all know that friend we try to run away from every time. Oh, Lord, they here? All right. You know how we get on the phone? Who gonna be there? We do that with our own shadow. Who gonna be there? You talking to yourself? There's no way to be in unconditional love with someone when you're avoiding self. Right? Right? Do we conduct equilibrium audits? Right? Where did I overmerge with you? Where did I avoid myself? Do we do that? It's very difficult for people to get this relationship information. You know why? Because the one thing that they want from a relationship is peace, love, care, and happiness. And somebody told you that love, right, has nothing to do with your process of growing up spiritually. And the fact of the matter is, relationship is that crucible to grow you up. And unfortunately, it's not easy. It's difficult. It's arduous, and it can be seen as a struggle. This is why I'm sending out a personal invite to Eric from Carson. Eric, you might be listening, because you called in yesterday. You had a little bit of smoke for us, and we love it. You're our brother, and we want to talk to you about it. You know, maybe potentially how you might fumble somebody. Maybe you have a belief that you fumbled somebody. Maybe you don't. But Eric, this is a personal, right, invite. And I'm also inviting Leroy from Inglewood. I know you over there listening, Leroy, ready to come in here and give me the backhanded compliments that you are so good at giving. You know how Leroy do. You know what, Zoe? I don't know if you got clearance to talk about that, because the universe said that this ain't supposed to be on the airway. Hey, Leroy, don't come in here checking me on my purpose. When we come forward, the voice of reason shall continue this bonfire.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. Hello, KBLA delegation. Tavis Smiley here. On Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech becomes the epicenter of ideas that matter. The Left Coast Forum is bringing together voices that challenge, inspire, and illuminate, with keynote presentations from people like noted economist Richard Wolff, the man who breaks down capitalism in ways that make sense to working folk like you and me, and Dr. Cornel West will be there, the brilliant philosopher and activist who never stops fighting for justice and speaking truth to power and to the powerless, for that matter. So this isn't just another conference. This is where ideas get tested, where the conversations that shape our future begin. Multiple plenary sessions, dynamic speakers, real talk about the issues that impact our communities, and then some good food and a live band. Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech, Left Coast Forum. The event is free and open to the public, but you must register at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can also peep the plenary topics. The future belongs to those who show up and engage. So don't just think about change, be part of the conversation that creates it. The Left Coast Forum is brought to you by the LA Progressive, the Empowerment Congress, Community Coalition, Partnership for Growth LA, Southwest Voter Registration Education Project, LA Care Health Plan, United Teachers Los Angeles, Black Progressive Action Coalition, St. John's Community Health, the National Lawyers Guild, the Weingart Foundation, and more. Space is limited, so if I were you, I'd register right now at KBLA1580.com. Your voice matters, your presence matters. We'll see you there.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Tired of fighting, whether you're right or wrong, whether I'm weak or strong in your eyes. This is a lonely feeling, watching you turn away. Why does it have to be this way? On and on tonight, you made a point of being right, making this a game instead of love. Someone's heart will surely be broken before too long, if we keep on playing this game of right or wrong. Who's right, who's wrong?
And it's like, okay, we've had a lot of moments in our relationship where it was completely blissful. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And I had told her one time, I was like, I think I'm just so used to toxicity that every time we were in those blissful moments, I had to find something to ruin it. You know, like I had to. I was like, nah, we too happy, bruh. Like, this don't feel right. Like, and especially when you got your homies around you and they're not living in that bliss. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's been like the turning point for me, is me understanding like, yo, I can't chop it up with you like that no more. You know? Like, I can't chop it up with the homies like I used to. You know? Because I don't want to know what you got going on in the streets. I'm not in the streets. I'm at home. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Voice of Reason back in the building. Are you listening to that playlist? What was that? Kenny Loggins and Michael Jackson singing Who's Right or Wrong? Fit the topic perfectly. We're trying to unravel this conspiracy, this lie someone told. Is it a lie or is it truthful? Can you fumble someone that was meant for you? I want to hear from people who have fumbled somebody that they believed to be meant for them. Fumbling names an outcome, calibration names a process in a fine-tuned reality, a fine-tuned universe. Every contract or every contact alters parameters, timing, tolerance, truth-telling, tenderness. When you lose someone, you either gain structure, clearer standards, firmer boundaries, or sight, clearer perception without projection. Often, both. The only true loss occurs when data arrives and the ego refuses to learn. Have you fumbled somebody? I'm giving you this context. I'm giving you this understanding right now. Now, in attachment science, coherent narratives predict secure relating. Rumination without integration predicts repetition. In trauma theory, regulation precedes reconciliation. Dysregulated brains make bad treaties with their partners. Behavioral conditioning speaks to it this way: reinforce repair behaviors, extinguish volatility rewards. Gottman, frequent, swift micro repairs often outperform grand gestures. Breakup science, Elliott and Marshall and Kearns. No contact, grief literacy, and meaning making reduce relapse and upgrade your partner choices. Do you understand? Are you listening? Have you fumbled them? Was it truly a fumble? Could the fumble in this regard advance your understanding? You know, in NFL and football, college, any high school football, this is a perfect example. Every time a team loses, there's film. Other teams learn from a team's loss. Once a team loses, it's on film. And your next opponent is watching the film going, oh, they're not good at this. They're not good at that. Do you see? Relationships work the same way. What have you learned? A good team will go back and say, this is where we need some tightening. So hopefully you don't resemble the team that lost. You're not doing the same things that you did in order to contribute to the loss. Does that make sense? Every fumble leads to some type of revelation. Does that make sense? Do fumbles in relationships actually exist? Or just because the fumble hurts and the loss hurts, that you don't respect the lesson that came with it? Okay, when the voice of reason comes forward, we got calls from all over the country, and I want to talk to folk. Let's get it.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News Now. New York City's race for mayor is heating up as Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani and independent Andrew Cuomo continue exchanging words. One New Yorker says it's hard to miss the candidates' verbal jabs.
They've been arguing and fighting and going, and I haven't seen anything about them getting along. Have you? No. They have been fighting and carrying on like little kids in a schoolyard.
President Trump threatened to withhold funding from New York City if Mamdani wins. This year's Thanksgiving turkey may be more expensive. The Iowa Department of Agriculture says turkeys with the bird flu in Minnesota could bring the disease to turkey farms in Iowa as they migrate this fall. And consumer confidence edged lower in September. The Conference Board's confidence index fell more than 3 points to its lowest reading since April. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Celebrating 100 years, Mount St. Mary's University LA is dedicated to moving your life and career forward. Earn your undergraduate or graduate degree and become unstoppable. Find out how at msmu.edu.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready? Drop it! Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Is your loved one at the hospital or in a nursing home? Have they developed bed sores, fallen, or worse? These are things your family members should be protected from. Bed sores, falls, and dehydration are almost always the result of negligent care. If this has happened to your loved one, call Zoran at Basic Law Group at 800-215-1234 or visit basiclawgroup.com. The consultation is free, and if they don't win, you don't pay. That's 800-215-1234.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom? She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Can't live without you. Can't live without you, baby. Without you, baby. Can't live without you.
Hello, it's Courtney Michelle with a quick word. So a lot of times when people in relationships, or the relationship ended or whatever, a lot of times people like to say, oh, they fumble me. What if it was intentional grounding?
Ooh.
Because think about it. When a fumble happens in the game of football, the team automatically try to do whatever they can to recover that ball.
Yes,
so if they fumbled you, that means it was an accident, and they would be trying to do whatever they can to get back to you. Now, on the other hand, if the team commits an intentional grounding, that means they did it on purpose, right? They did it on purpose. But you have to understand, first of all, as people, we have to understand people are not required to return our affection. We have to be okay with people not liking us back. People have the right not to like you. But let's get back to that word in intentional grounding. Now, if the intent was wrong, if they intentionally played you, if they intentionally strung you along, if they intentionally misled you, if they intentionally lied, guess who's the referee in real life?
God.
And he will assess the necessary penalty. But your job is to move on and forgive. I'm telling you, I know for a fact this year, 2024, God has been showing up and showing out for me, for those who have treated me poorly, right? And the great thing is, I didn't have to lift a finger. I had to forgive.
Hey, I love that sister. Who was that? She said intentional grounding. Courtney Michelle, shout out to you, love. But you know what? A lot of people prioritize pain over intention. Because if it hurt, then it doesn't matter what your intent is. I like Courtney Michelle. She was spitting, and that's part of what grace is to consider the intention behind the hurt that comes from your loved one. But oftentimes, childhood wounds, the lack of self-awareness, it just makes all of that feel useless. Everything that I just said doesn't even register because most people haven't done this self-work and they don't understand the real purpose of intimate relationships, which is self-discovery. So think about it in terms of, right, kind of safeguarding your relationships and yourself from the fumble. The more you know about yourself, the harder it is to really fumble in that way, right? I love the way she pointed out intention, but let me give you an example. The promise and the cost, right? In relationships, if we want to promote meaning and dignity and, and we want to learn how to convert chaos into coherence, think of it this way. Regulate, then interpret. Because oftentimes many relationships are lost over arguments, going too far, saying something that you can't take back, saying something that hurt so deeply that it shocks the person that you said it to. They couldn't even conceptualize you ever saying something like that to them. So regulating oneself, their emotions, right? That's self-awareness, right? If you're dysregulated and you're trying to interpret the conflict, there's a greater propensity that you might say something that you can't pull back, okay? Then, how about replace projection with responsibility? Claim over blame. If you've read The Relationship Dismount, my 2015 book, everybody listening on the radio right now should have gone out and gotten it's on Amazon.com. Everybody should have went and got that by now. The Relationship Dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship, right? But listen, replace projection with responsibility. That's claim over blame, right? Treat ruptures, intimate ruptures within relationships, because there will be ruptures, treat them as a laboratory, not a verdict. This is why I said early on, hey, the pain supersedes your intention. Do you see? First off, Anybody you ever loved, they're going to hurt you in one way or another. One way or another, they're going to hurt you. This is just what it is. It's par for the course. It's like, why do you think football players wear pads? They're going to get hit. Even the kickers. Everybody's getting hit. Even people on the sidelines, right? Players are flying all over the place, running into coaches, bloodying them. It's going to happen. It's football. Okay? So to reframe ruptures, instead of just, oh, it's a betrayal, it's, oh my God, that's the end of the world. Instead of framing it that way, right? Treat ruptures as a laboratory, which is an opportunity to go in and discover new ways to repair. You have to remember, it's a cycle. It's a reciprocal cycle. Rupture and repair. If you want to stay together. Rupture and repair. If you really love each other. Rupture and repair. Do you see? And then you have to make repair measurable. You can't be the same person living or spitting out the word, I did my part to repair it. No. Repair is not for your partner. Repair is for you and your portion of the rupture. So there has to be demonstrative change in what you did. Do you see how self-awareness is coming in? If we're trying to prevent fumbles, right? And then, number 5, let individuation expand love rather than evacuate it. Didn't I tell you guys a couple of years ago, breaking up is the easiest thing to do. It's the most, well, that's our number one problem solver. Let's break up. Let's end it. Right? See, I'm this kind of person. The breakup is real to me when you're no longer willing to listen, to learn, to contemplate, to sit down and work together and offer ideas. When you stop doing that, okay, cool. But listen to what I'm saying. Let individuation expand love rather than evacuate it. You know how many soulmates have been broken up with by soulmates? See, when you're not healed, you'll deal with a lesser level. They might have things your soulmate didn't have, except for the soul part. You see, they can have everything else. And you'll find a way to live with lesser. Did I say lesser? Yeah, I did. It is fine. It's fine. In a fine-tuned universe, no relationship gets wasted. Attraction reveals curriculum. Bonding tests integrity. Rupture initiates awareness. Repair recalibrates our orbit around each other. And individuation turns love into ontological intimacy. 2 sovereigns, 1 field. Do you see? Every failed relationship functions as a cosmic feedback. That's a Krishnamurti. Relationship as a mirror. Do you see? We got callers, man. Should I get them now? Okay. Give me just 2 more minutes, callers. I'm coming to you. No ifs, ands, or buts. No more setup time. Where's Eric and where's Leroy? Huh? Where y'all at? When we come forward, callers from all over the country.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only, exclusions apply.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure. 1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft, in a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I can't deny the fact that I spend my time with you. But lately, even little shit got me losing my grip. And there's something we gotta do. Now either you stop going to my pockets late at night, getting caught up in what you might find. Baby, I got love for you, but I'ma have to fall back, even though you usually spend the night. What in the world are we doing? Spending so much time, what is it, girl? What in the world are we doing? I guess all I know is that, alright, it's a beautiful thing to be in love, a beautiful thing to give love. This is a beautiful thing, but what in the world are we doing? Sometimes you got me feeling like I got a person.
I got bad news for you. You always marry somebody that's going to trigger for you every unhappiness that you ever had in your childhood.
What? Wait,
so when
stop
we find
it.
some...
No. See, you don't come in and slap people in the mouth with that kind of truth. Just when people were listening to the voice of reason saying, Zoe crazy as hell, he don't know what he talking about, then you hear somebody you respect. Oh, it's fine. You ain't got to respect me. I'm just a common man with common wisdom. Then Gabor Mate come in here and take off from the free throw line with a blindfold on and does a in between the leg honey dip 363. Come on, let him hit it one more time. Did you hear what he said?
I got bad news for you. You always marry somebody that's going to trigger for you every unhappiness that you ever had in your childhood. So when we find somebody to be in a relationship with, it happens on two levels. One level is, I find them attractive, they're humorous, they're fun to be with, there's a commonality, you know, so that there's the attractiveness. That's important. But underneath it, there's something else. Underneath it, there's a looking for the love that we never got in the first place. So, for example, why do so many women, specifically, who were abused in childhood, end up with abusive men? Which they do, repeatedly. And you think, what's wrong with them? Well, there's nothing wrong with them. What's wrong is, whose love did they most want when they were kids? Precisely that abusive person. So unconsciously, they'll be drawn towards men who've got that abusive potential. Because that's why they're looking for love. Now, this is generally true. So my wife and I, we've been married 55 years now. And yes.
Hey, man, all he's saying is your dating patterns. And whoever set the tone early on is who you're attracted to. Krishnamurti over here in the early 1900s telling folk relationship is a mirror. The observed is the observer is the observed. And before that, the Hermetic laws. As above, so below. So below, as above. So, what's within manifests on the outside. Listen, man. Let me get some callers in here. I'm sorry. I digress. Can you ever fumble someone? Reverend L. Ratchet from Dallas, Texas. Have you ever fumbled them?
What's up, Brother Zoe?
Hey.
Yeah, man. I got a little heat I want to bring on here, and I'm gonna answer your question, man.
Mm-hmm.
I fumbled somebody, and I fumbled a couple of chicks in the past, but I blame that on maturity. So I acknowledge that I fumbled them, but I mean, I was in the state of mind like, man, I can replace her. Which, I mean, she could still be replaced, but I shouldn't have been in that mind frame of the fumble. You get what I'm saying? That was like,
no, hold on. I'm already confused. You fumbled them, but you blame it on maturity, or did you blame it on immaturity?
Yeah, it was immaturity. Like, I wasn't mature enough to deal with the situation at the time.
Got it. But did you learn from that fumble?
Yeah, I learned from that fumble, and that's what I wanted to speak on.
Wait, hold on, because you're my brother, and you know I love you to death. But there's some things you got to clear up before you move on. Now, you know I love your commentary, brother. I love it when you call in. You don't call in enough for me. But hold the damn horses. Wait a minute. You said you learned, but it just flowed out your mouth so effortlessly. I don't even know if you meant to say it. I learned. You still believe you could replace the fumble? Please help me understand.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to replace the fumble. I just have to acknowledge that I did. Okay. I created that fumble.
Okay.
So knowing, because I'm grown, you know, age comes in. Like, man, don't go back and disrupt that woman's life. You know, go ahead, learn from it, and move on. Right. But see, well, a lot of people, they try to go back and and try to recreate those little memories and everything, and it ends up, some garbage again.
Right. You can't go back to something old until you become new. See, you have to renew you in order to go back to something old. And then the person that you're going back to has to be an entirely different person as well. Do you see?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead. But I digress. Continue.
Okay. So that's where I had to, you have to be honest with yourself. If you fumble somebody, you got to be honest with yourself and be like, man, I know I was a creator of this whole debauchery. I created this. And if the person don't want to deal with you no more, that's your loss. But that's where you have to learn, you have to grow, you have to actually forgive yourself for doing the things that you did to that person. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now I want to switch lanes.
Or congratulate yourself for what you did to that person. Because if if the hurt you caused them to level up, caused them to reinvent themselves, caused them to create new boundaries and a new understanding of themselves, did you not give them a gift as well?
Yes. Oh. Yes. Now I want to shift gears to a second, where some people, the fumbler and the fumblee.
Stop.
The fumblee.
Stay right there. When we come forward, we're going to go back to Dallas, Texas, and talk about the fumbler and the fumblee. Man, come on.
'Cause don't you know what it feels like when you put all your faith in someone and they bounce. Did you know what you know about love? What in the world are we doing? So much time, what is it, girl? What is the world doing? What in the girl knows that? Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing to give love. A beautiful thing to give love. This is a beautiful thing. But what in the world? Baby, we need
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News Now. New York City's race for mayor is heating up as Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani and independent Andrew Cuomo continue exchanging words. One New Yorker says it's hard to miss the candidates' verbal jabs.
They've been arguing and fighting and going, and I haven't seen anything about them getting along. Have you? No. They have been fighting.